Hello everyone, welcome to Coding with Captain. I am Captain Richard, and today we are going to do another build your own video game controller game. So I already have one. I'll show it to you real quick. I showed it to you last week, but I'm going to show it to you again, and we'll talk about what is a build your own video game controller, and then how can you build one too. All right, but today we're going to be building a game for them, and so that we can put them up on the website. Okay, so let's start off with the old website. Okay, so here we are, MrIncorvia.com. You've got here probably through my YouTube streaming link right here. Some fun STEM at home activities to do over here. This is kind of the website you kind of remember from my class. So a lot of time we click on code. Oh, just to let you know, I added the last 2 weeks. They were not up there. The Pokemon menu and remixing Noah's games. The videos and the blocks are there for you to check out and learn and enjoy from. So anyways, today we're going to click on games. And here are all the games that we know and love. Lightbot, Coding, The Foos, Mazes, excuse me, all these fun things that we do in class. Over here are the build your own video game controllers. Here are some examples. Okay, so what is a build your own video game controller? This guy right here. Okay, so this is a tiny computer, and we've wired it up and coded it so that it works as a video game controller. This is like prototype 2.5 or 2 prototype 2. I need to clean it up. I have new acrylic to replace all this with, so got some stuff that I can work with, make this look like an actual video game controller. That is going to be Pirate Science next Tuesday at 1 o'clock, so you should check that video out. So you can build these. We've built these in our STEM class, and we want games to go along with them. So what we do is here, I've coded a couple things. This is the build your own video game controller test. So the video game controllers use the arrow keys. So these are like the arrow keys, up, down, left, right. Okay, and then these two buttons on the side are A and Z. We want every to be a video game controller game, you need to use the arrow keys and the A and Z buttons, and that's it. Because you want your players to be holding these controllers they make in class, and for it to all be the same, right? So that is the controller. So here I've made this app to test it out. So when you press the keys, you can see if they're working. Sometimes when you're putting together this controller, if a button doesn't work, you want to know which one it is. So you're pressing these buttons like, oh, my A button is not working. So I built this as a little test example, okay? And then I built the whole game, which uses up, down, left, right, and oh, I'm not signed in. Let's sign in. There we go. I built a whole game that is called Space Battle that uses up, down, left, right, A, and Z. So Z shoots your laser, A flies in warp speed. So here is the game. You fly around, right? And you gotta shoot these things, collect the stars, increases your score. You can go to warp speed to speed everything up, and your points go up too. So things go a little faster. Anyways, that is that game. And then last week we remixed Noah's game, which was this uses the video game controller, and then this one by Daniel, this one too, the cat mouse chase. So we remixed those. So I thought this week it would be fun to build another game that works with the video game controller. So now we need to think, what kind of game are we going to make today that goes along with the video game controller? Hello, Mr. Tucker. Good to see you on right now. Okay, I'm thinking, what kind of a game do we want to make? How about a racing game? Like a, kind of like a Mario Kart view. Okay? Let's build something like that. Okay, so let's go to Scratch. Log in here. Let me pull up my chat so that I can code my Scratch and see what is being said on chat. Okay. There we go. He got a high score of 70 on Astro Rain. Is that... I haven't played Astro Rain in a while. Is that a lot? Did you beat my high score? The trick to getting... I'll tell you, Tucker, the where you get the real points is by shooting the aliens, and when the people fall, you tap them to save them. That gives you a lot of points. Okay? So try that. Okay, so we're going to build a racing game today. So let's get rid of our cat. And we're going to... okay, here's how the game's going to work. We're going to have... we're going to have a car in the middle. It's going to be kind of like Mario Kart style, so that you're looking like over the top of the car, right? It is very... Yes, the game is hard. It is a hard game. And so that way you can drive back and you can drive forward, and the road will turn, and you have to try to stay on the road and avoid other cars. Okay? That'll be what the game is. And then we can add more things like power-ups and obstacles, things like that. But for now, let's just try to get it so that your car drive back and forth, and yeah, so the car drives back and forth, and it looks like we can and then we can turn, go around corners and stuff like that. Okay, all right, let's build that. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to need some art. So let's draw a couple of things. We're going to draw a real simple car. Now this is like looking over its shoulder, right? So let's do a real simple car here. We want our car to be red. And our outline. Okay. So, I mean, remember, make it work, then make it look, right? So I'm gonna live by my own rules here. We're going to, oh, no, shoot. That's not what we want. There we go. A red car. And then we want to draw some wheels. Now, I know you're like, why are these wheels square? And that is because you're looking behind the car. Okay? So it's like a side view of the wheel. I mean, it's a back view of the wheel. Oh, shoot. Give me my mover tool. There we go. And let's change its color to a gray, like a car wheel. There we go, see? Let's copy this. We're going to paste it. We'll put it on the other side of our car. Is it balanced? Looks like this guy needs to go a little more that way. Okay, so, right, again, not caring what it looks like too much. We just want to get it done, and then we can go back later and make it look really good, okay? But let's just add a windshield so that way you guys can kind of tell, oh, I see where he was going with this, okay? So, like, this is the back window of the car. All right. Let's increase saturation. Okay. So, like, this is the back of the car. All right, simple. Good enough. This is my ugly car. But it's going to sit down here and we're going to drive back and forth. Okay, now this car is too big, so I'm going to make it a little smaller. Let's shrink that guy down. And then we always want to put the sprite in the center of... All right, so there we go. Okay, so we got a car. Now let's draw a background. Nope, we're going to draw a background because I know there's no background for what we want to do today. So let's first do a fill. Let's convert this to bitmap. And let's get our color going on. So first we're going to just do a sky color. Boop. That's easy, right? Now let's do the grass. Okay. And let's do like that much. Okay, so like we're facing this way, right? All right, so we're going to just leave this right now. We're going to duplicate it so that I always have something to come back to. So now we're going to draw on this one, and then we're going to make it change so that way we can have, we're not ruining, we have a copy to use, okay? So let's grab our line tool here, and let's grab some dark color, and we're going to do like that. And now here comes the tricky part. We gotta do the same on the, we gotta make it look balanced though. Nope. Okay, better idea. Let's switch to vector so that we can change this now. So grab some line tool. Okay. One. Just trying to balance it. Two. Okay, so now let's adjust these guys. You know, I wonder if the best way to do it would be to grab this line, to copy and paste it. Now I got two of them. And then what I can do is I can flip it. There we go. Look at that. And then we can move it so that's the exact same angle. What do you think, guys? I think maybe this one move a little bit. Good enough. Good enough. Okay, so we got our road. Now let's switch back to bitmap. We'll fill it in with the dark gray color. Let's zoom in, make sure that we're, yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so touch that. We don't want our flood to leak, right? Oh, undo. Good, good, okay. So now let's fill this in with a gray. Lower center. There we go. So now we got a road. See, like we're driving up the road, right? Kind of looks like we're driving up a hill, but okay. So that is our first road. Now what we want to do, and we'll call this road straight. How you doing today, Tucker? Good? Oh! I forgot to turn the Minecraft server back on. So, okay. Remind me at the end of this lesson to turn the Minecraft server back on. I certainly will remember tomorrow when it's time. Okay, so let's duplicate this road. So see, now we're going to want to have a turn left and a turn right. So we got turn straight. That's why we have two of... this is why we saved this up here, so that we can change it. Okay. So let's grab our line tool. We're editing this one. Okay. And now what we're going to do is we're going to make I wonder if it's too late to undo. Yeah, it is. Okay. All right. So let's see here. Oh, wrong color. Grab black. All right, let's draw this one. Oh, we can do it with a line tool and then bend it, I bet. Okay, so right there. Oh, but we need to be in vector. Okay. Tucker's doing pretty good. Good. It's a beautiful day outside. I'm really excited to get out there. Okay, I'm just looking at where this road goes. Okay, we're going to put it there. Is that right? Pretty close. Pretty close. Okay. Now let's we're going to move it a bit. So let's grab the top. Oh, this is the sizer. Okay, how can I bend? Is the bendy? There we go, like this. And can I grab the middle? Oh, look at that. Look at that bend. That is cool. All right, we're just going to bend the road like this. Neat. Okay, cool. Yeah, look at that. Okay, so we got a bend in the road. We're going to grab that. We're going to copy it. Then we're just going to move it over. Okay. And now we need to like bend this bottom there and there. Okay, so let's compare the two. Straight road, bendy road, straight road, bendy road. Okay, it looks like we need to move this guy a little bit more. Actually, the whole thing, right? Scoot it over. Okay. Let's compare them. Straight, bend. Yeah, it looks good. Okay. Let's just make sure that convert to bitmap. Fill this in. Fill that in. Cool. And let's go back to this road. And is there's no color picker. Oh no, there's no color picker. What to do, guys? There's no color picker. We're just gonna have to like eyeball it as close as we can. So let's go here. Let's get our fill color. Oh, there is a color picker. Sweet, right there. Grab that color and fill it in. Oh, it leaked on that side. Undo. Yep. Looks like the bottom needs to fill in. So let's go down here. Don't worry, the last one we have to do is going to be like way faster because we're just going to copy and flip it around. Hopefully you guys can be like, oh, I see what he's doing now. I know what. I get it. Okay, so that's a curve to the right, correct? So we're going to rename this one road right. Cool. And now we're going to duplicate road right. And then we're just going to select all and flip horizontally. Look at that. Boom. And we got ourselves road left. Oh my goodness. You like somehow saw the color. All right, there we go. Right, left, straight. Cool. Now we can get rid of our template, and we got our 3 roads. Okay. So what we're going to do is we are going to let's go to backdrops. Pick the right one. Let's do straight first. Okay. So easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Let's change the name of sprite to car, or let's even better, player car. Okay, because we're gonna have other cars on the road, right? We need to be able to differentiate them. Somehow, Tucker, did you just see what the hex value was, or you have a color dropper extension? Oh, okay. I didn't know if you're just like some savant, but I can look at the color and be like, that's what the hex value is, like some kind of Mozart of color for computers. Okay, so let's work with some controls, right? These are our standard video game controls. We're going to do right and left. When right arrow key pressed, when left arrow key pressed, and we're just going to do point in direction. That way. Nope, this is right. This way for right, and move 10 steps, and duplicate. Point in direction this way, move 10 steps. Okay, so now when we press left and right, we can slide back and forth, right? Now the car flips upside down. We can prevent that by changing its orientation style. We can click direction, and then over here we can do left right, which you can see still changes it a bit because my sprite is not symmetrical. I don't know if you can tell. So what we're going to do is we're going to just do no rotation. Okay, so now look, it drives back and forth. Okay, so it's like you're driving down the road and you go to the right, you go to the left. Okay, all right. Now what we're going to do is we're going to have some pull, right? So if you are going real fast and you are like, imagine you're driving a car and you're going really, really fast, and then all of a sudden there's a really tight right-hand turn. Whoa, you get pulled to one side, right? Because your angular momentum stays constant. So you have to fight that. Your car wants to keep going straight, but you're pushing it to the right. So it feels like your body is stuck to the left. Let's create that sensation. Okay. So, we're going to have an event when green flag clicked. And we're going to do some ifs. Some if else's. Some ifs, some ifs. Okay, and we need a forever, of course, because we want this to happen all the time, forever. So if we're going to check the background, okay? If the background equals, so let's go to looks. If the backdrop number equals, okay, so let's check out our backdrop numbers here. Backdrops, here we go. Okay, so straight is 3. Let's move it up. So straight is 1, right is 2, left is 3. And you can see it's the number up here. 1, 2, 3. Okay? Okay. So let's do, let's go back to car. If the backdrop number is 2, then oh, if else, let's see. Okay, no. let's do something else. If then, there we go. If the backdrop equals 2, then we're going to do set or change, change the x coordinates by let's do minus 0.5. Okay, let's click go. So, well, first what we need to do is let's just build a temporary button. When spacebar key pressed, we're going to say next backdrop. That way we can rotate through the backdrops and we can change it. So straight. Okay, so look, we have, we're going to the right. The car feels like it's pulling to the left, right? Now that is too slow. 0.5 is too slow. Let's do 0. Let's do 0.1. Stop, go. So we can pull, still too little. Let's just do -1. Maybe that's way too much. Oh no, it's pretty good. So here we go. So we're driving our car, right? And oh, it's pulling us one direction, cause, right? And then if we start going straight, fine, cool. Okay, let's copy this, duplicate this. Now, if it's backdrop 3, which is what? Going to the left, right? Then we want it to change by 1. Okay, so here we go. We'll start by going straight. Boom, boom, we're driving. And then we can go back and forth, dodge some obstacles, right? And then if we hit turn, oh, we gotta stay on the road, stay on the road. And then it goes the other way. Oh, stay on the road that way. Gotta make the turn. And then straight again. Cool? You know, it works. I like it. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we got time to do we got time to do a little bit more. Okay. So let's build some other cars. So I'm thinking that we want to be able to, like, the further you drive, the higher your score, right? And if you get hit by a car, you crash, game over. So let's build that kind of into the game, right? Oh, no, actually, before we do that, let's make a random background switcher. So that way we can just kind of drive around, right? Okay. So we're going to get our forever loop right here. So let's do, let's make a variable and we're going to call it, I feel like that we're going to go a little bit longer on coding today. A little bit longer. So, hey, free content is already free, right? You're going to have extra free content today. All right, we're going to call this variable, what are we going to call it? It's going to be the road switcher. So we're going to do new variable name. It's going to be the countdown clock. So road clock timer. How about that? Okay, road clock timer. Okay, and what we're going to do when we start the game, we're going to do switch backdrop to straight. So the game always starts off straight. And we're going to set the road clock timer to a random number. And so we're going to, so the game functions in milliseconds. That means every 1,000 is a second. So if we do 5,000, or let's just start off a little bit lower. We can change this later. 3,000 to 5,000. That means we'll set the timer to anywhere between 3 seconds and 5 seconds. Okay? You have to move the decimal over 3 times. So pick a random number between 3,000 and 5,000. Okay. And forever. Okay, so now we need an if else. If else. If our variable road clock timer is less than 0, then we're going to change the road. So we're going to have this big number. It's going to count down, and when it gets to 0, switch the road. Got it? So we're going to switch the backdrop. Switch the backdrop to a random, pick a random number, and it's going to be 1 to 3. So did you know you can do this? You can switch a backdrop to a random number, and it'll pick 1, 2, or 3, and that will correspond to road 1, road 2, road 3. That is a super handy dandy trick that you should know. Change the backdrop to a random thing. Then what we'll do is we will reset our time. Oh, I duplicated the whole thing. I didn't want to do that. So let's get rid of this one. I just wanted these. So then what we'll do is we'll reset the timer. And then over here we need to subtract change timer by -1. All right, so that should do it. So here we go. We're going to click go. We have a random timer. So I want to know why when I click, it's immediately, oh, because I did greater than. I always do this. I always mix up my greater than and lesser thans when I code. Okay. There we go. If road clock timer is less than. Oh no, I had it right. What's going on here? Why is this messing up? If road clock timer is less than 0, then switch. So, okay, well, it's pulling me to this way. Oh, and I guess it's not actually milliseconds because it should be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's not working. Let's just change this to like 30 and 50. Just, oh, we gotta change it down here too. 30, 50. Okay, let's try. Okay. Okay, one thing I'm noticing is that it's never going to straight. Is it? Why is it not picking 1? Okay, let's try switching this first. See if that helps. Nope. I'm stuck. Let's try putting this guy first up here. So switch backdrop to road straight. So my timer is working right, but it's not letting it go straight. Why? Why is it not letting it go straight? Switch a random backdrop number. I wonder if 1 is inclusive. Let's try that. Oh, there. It switched for like a quarter of a second. didn't seem to actually fix it. So that's right. If clock timer. Guys, you're watching real coding happen right now. This is what real coding is. The person thinks that it should be right, but they can't figure out why it's not working. Switch backdrop, pick random number between 1 and 3. So it's definitely picking 2 and 3. That's fine. Why is it not picking a random number though? Switch costume, switch backdrop. Oh, look, there's random backdrop. Look at that. Let's just get rid of this and just use the built-in function. Let's see if that works. No, it's the same thing. So I don't know if you can see, it picks straight, but then it just immediately flashes back. Why? Why does it only do that when it picks straight? Wow, guys, honestly, I'm stumped here. Pick a random backdrop. Okay, let's troubleshoot this. Let's break this piece off. And we'll save it right there. And do we still have our switcher? Okay, so here we still have our switcher, right? So the switcher still works. Okay, but instead of using that, let's just do switch to random backdrop and let's see if it works. So we got right, left. It picks that, but it doesn't do it when we switch it inside the timer. Let's try, instead of doing less than, let's just do equals. Let's see if that just randomly fixes it. And if it does, I won't be able to tell you why. I won't be able to say like, oh guys, I get it. No, it doesn't seem to be working. Yeah, it flickers. Well, guys, I can't figure out why. I can't figure out why. I can't figure out why it's not letting me make it go straight. Okay, let's get rid of this guy right here. And let's just click the Oh, okay. I wonder if I make, instead of doing an else loop, that doesn't make any sense, but maybe if I break this into 2 ifs. So if I do if that, and then just don't even have an if, just like put this underneath here. So maybe this. Nope, same thing. Man, guys, this is blowing my mind here. This is blowing my mind. Pick a random number. It's something about this set. Yeah, switch backdrop to random. Okay, I got a better idea. Here's another test. Let's start it going to the right, okay? And then instead of random, we'll set it to straight. Yeah, that works, right? See, okay, we click, it's going to the right, and then boom, straight. So it can pick it. It can pick it. But if I do random, it only, let's do row to left. Row to left. Cool. Okay. Row to the right. Yep. Road straight. Yep. But road random. Okay. Let's try another thing. Let's set the backdrop. Let's change the order number. So this is 1. It's not picking random 1, or it is. It picks random 1, but then it instantly switches. So let's change the order here. Yeah, look, now it's picking 2 and 3. So the random is only picking between, well, I mean, it is. It's picking 1, but then it seems to like just snap immediately. I don't know why. Guys, I think we have found a bug in Scratch. I don't think this is my fault. I don't know. I'm going to have to sleep on it. That's what happens sometimes. You just like have these errors and you can't figure it out, and then you go to sleep, wake up the next day, and you're like, oh, I fixed it. It was so obvious. Now, I'm not saying this one's going to be obvious, but I can't figure it out. So, guys, that is the beginning of our car racing game. I'm sorry that like we didn't get any further and then we got stuck on that one thing. But I hope that you weren't like super bored. Like, what is Captain doing? He's just like banging his head against this one thing. It's not even that important, right? Wrong. It's super important. What I hope you saw is me trying different things, like testing things, taking things apart. Like, oh, let's change the number here. Let's move this here. Like, that is an important part of being a great coder, is learning how to like take apart what you've built and see if you can figure out what is broken, right? Like, if your car won't run, you can't just like, it's not like, Minecraft where you just click repair. You have to open it up and figure out, why is this thing not working? Okay. That's kind of what you have to do with code too. Okay. So, go to mrincorvia.com, check out all your cool stuff, code a coding project and share it with me. Nobody has shared a coding project with me. You be the first. Last week I challenged someone. Who was it? Amelia, I think. I said, hey, Amelia, code me a project and share it with me. And she was like, she has not. So it's still your chance to be the first person to share a coding project with me and get it live on the stream, okay? Guys, it's been awesome. Have a great Tuesday. I'll be on tomorrow, 1 o'clock for Answer Plays Minecraft. Oh, I'm going to go to turn the realm back on right now. Guys, take care.